Hello everyone, so it's been a little while since you last saw me. I think it's been around 2 to 3 months, officially like the worst YouTuber known to man, but I am back and hopefully I am here to stay because I've just spent a crap load of money on loads of different filming bits and pieces. I've actually got like a screen here so I can see what I'm actually doing, so I'm going to try to not look at myself every 5 seconds. But yeah, I've just spent way too much money on like microphones and lights and screens and all that jazz, so fingers crossed I'll keep at the YouTube game at least a little bit longer than last time. So as you can probably tell by the very baggy t-shirt, which I'm pretty sure has some form of stain somewhere because I literally just picked this up off my floor, and my very messy bun, like very messy, not like Instagram messy, I'm just talking like mess. I haven't washed my hair in 3 days. I'm going to keep this very sort of natural and kind of casual for you guys because I think it's time I gave a little explanation as to where I was over the past few months. So anyway, this is the first video I've made since the start of 2016, so Happy New Year, Happy Christmas, Happy birthday if it was your birthday over the past few months, Happy Valentine's Day. Am I missing any other public holidays? I don't think so, but anyway, I hope you guys have all been really good in the past 3 months that I just haven't been on the internet. So anyway, I thought I would update you guys on everything that's been happening over the past few months because it's been a bit of a crazy one. There's been ups, there's been a whole lot of downs, but now things have finally leveled out and I feel like I can finally get back to making videos, I hope. Fingers crossed nothing else goes wrong for me. So for all of you guys that follow my blog, you'll probably already know this because I've been plugging the hell out of it, but in January I launched my very first book. It's called the Blogger Journal, and if you guys know my blog then you'll know that I've been doing like Tip Tuesdays for a while now, and a book just seemed like a natural progression for me. So what this is just like a standard journal. You've got notes and ideas, you've got blog tips, and it basically just lets you keep track of every single thing to do with your blog. It's got like monthly statistic things that you can fill in, and I'm really not selling this very well, but I will leave a link down below to it. I'm going to be doing a giveaway on Instagram very soon, which is @CocoChicBlog, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, I've made a book and I cannot believe how many of you guys have actually bought it. I thought I was going to like be lucky enough to sell one. That one person that was going to buy it was probably going to be my mum. But yeah, somehow a bunch of you guys have taken an interest in this book. So I thought I would just put that out there for you guys because it is something that obviously has taken up a lot of my time over the past few months. And I am going to be putting a discount code on it very soon as well, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Another thing which some of you guys may know if you follow me on social media, which again is just @CocoChicBlog for pretty much everything I think, and that is the fact that I've had lip fillers. Now I don't know if you can necessarily tell because I haven't really done much to my lips. They are all fully healed now, but yeah, I thought I would just get lip fillers, or I didn't just think I would get lip fillers, I did think about it for a long time, and I am going to be doing a video all about like my lip filler experience and things like that. I am actually going back for more on the 12th of March I think, so I'll probably be doing like a follow-up video as well. I did film like the whole procedure and stuff like that, so I do just need to get around to actually editing that and putting it all together. But yeah, I had lip fillers, I really like them. I'm not going to go too much into it because I know there's like a load of controversy around like the Kylie Jenner thing and YouTubers getting lip fillers and that sort of thing. But yeah, I did get lip fillers. I got hyaluronic lip fillers and it all went really smoothly for me. I'm really happy with the results. I haven't had any problems at all. And yeah, if you have any questions then just leave them down below because I will be doing like a Q&A video really soon, so you can just answer me questions there and I will answer them. Answer me questions there, ask me questions there, and I'll answer them in the next video. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so let's move on to some of the not so great things. So about a month ago now, or a few weeks ago anyway, my sister went into hospital for stomach pains. We thought she had appendicitis, so it was quite like a routine operation. We weren't too worried. Obviously, you know, it's never good going under the knife, but it was quite like a simple thing. And then when I went to go and pick her up the next day, my mum rang me and told me that she'd had a problem with her bowel and her intestine, and they had to take out actually a few sections of it. So obviously it was more of like a invasive thing, and she wasn't very well for about a week or so. She was left in hospital for around a week I think. She's all fine now, but obviously at that time we were all really worried and we sort of had to take like a step back from every single thing in life just to focus on my sister, but she is okay now. And then Ollie decided to go into hospital, or decided to go into hospital. Basically, Ollie does BMX and he rides BMX quite a lot. He falls over all the time and I'm always expecting him to call me up and say that he's like bruised himself or fallen off his bike. Pretty much every single time he goes out on his bike, he'll tell me about him whacking himself or one of his friends falling off or something like that. So when I got a phone call and he told me that he'd fallen off his bike, I thought, nothing's new there. Like, he said that he was in pain, he had to go to A&E, so I was thinking, you know, he's just broken a few ribs, which sounds really bad, but obviously broken ribs is broken ribs. It's kind of like if you break another part of your body, you normally have it in a cast, but with your ribs you just kind of have to just deal with it. So obviously it wasn't great, obviously I was worried, but I just sort of thought to myself, oh god, that's gonna sort of serve him right and he's maybe not gonna go out on his bike as much. But then when I got to the hospital, it turns out that he had ruptured his spleen. So for the past 2 weeks now, he's just gotten home a few days ago. Ollie was in hospital under like a sort of critical care ward sort of thing, and yeah, so he was in hospital as well for like 2 weeks. So that again set me back completely, and it's sort of taken over a lot of my life lately because obviously I've been going to see him every single day and I've been spending like 6 hours at hospital every single day, and then I've had to do stupid things like tonight I've got to do the bins by myself because he can't lift things. Like, how selfish is that? He goes and like breaks his spleen or whatever it is and I have to go and do the bins by myself. Those bins are like the size of me. But obviously, in all seriousness, I am very, very happy that my sister and Ollie are both okay. It's quite good that I'm able to laugh right now with them, but at the time it was very, very tricky for all of us. But yeah, hopefully no one else is going to go into hospital anytime soon, because otherwise I literally will never get around to doing YouTube or uni or any of the above, and I'll just end up like renting a room in a hospital because I seem to spend all my time there at the moment. Speaking of which, actually, this is kind of like good news and bad news kind of at the same time, but it is kind of good news, but it's also absolutely terrifying. My mum's been really ill since I can remember. It's something that I've always grown up with. She's always had like breathing problems and just had problems with her lungs and stuff like that, and a few months back now, I think, we found out that she had like stage 4 of lung failure, and there isn't really anything after stage 4, so it was pretty imperative that she was going to have a lung transplant. Now, this is something that we've known for years. We've always known that to sort of have a healthy life and grow up old, she was going to have a lung transplant, or some sort of miraculous thing was going to have to happen and her lungs were going to magically fix themselves. But yeah, we've always known it was going to happen, we just didn't realise how severe it really was. So luckily, and I say this even though the thought of it absolutely terrifies me, we found out just a few days ago that she has now just been put on the waiting list for a lung transplant. So this will literally change her life. Obviously it's such a huge deal, and whenever I tell people this, their faces like drop and they think, Jesus Christ. But to be honest, it's like the best thing that could possibly happen, apart from like that magical lung thing suddenly happening. But yeah, this is like the best possible outcome. Obviously it does carry a lot of risks, but yeah, like I said, it will literally change her life, and it will mean that I can spend a lot more time with my mum, because I've never really been able to like walk around and go shopping with my mum and things like that. So I'm very excited about the next few years, if it does happen in the next few years, because if all works out well, then I will have a very healthy mum, which is like one of my biggest dreams ever, pretty much. So now on to more exciting news, as opposed to like organs and hospitals. Ollie and I are actually hoping to move out of this place that we're living in now. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I like this house, but our neighbours are kind of crazy. And yeah, hopefully we're going to be moving out of this house and moving into our own place, as we're hoping to build somewhere in the next few months. It feels so ridiculous to say because we literally almost like fell into doing this. But to put a long story short, we were looking for a house, we found a chalet that we liked, and it was quite expensive for what it was. It then turns out that Ollie's family knows someone that actually builds that sort of house, and then it turns out as well that Ollie was going to be inheriting land when his parents passed away. So obviously now that they're around, and hopefully they're around for a very long time, they've said to us that we can have like a portion of the land for now, as opposed to waiting however long. So we actually have like essentially free land, which obviously is very lucky. I think it's because Ollie and I both have Cornish families. Both of our families are quite like agriculturally based in terms of jobs. But yeah, we've somehow managed to get land that has planning permission, and we know someone that builds the sort of house we want. And don't go thinking that Ollie and I are loaded and we're going to go and build like a huge house. We are hoping to try and build like a 4-bedroom house, but when I tell you this, people that live in London and like surrounding areas like that, it's going to make you sick, because I think Ollie and I are going to be able to build a 4-bedroom house that's detached, completely modern, all that jazz, for about 60 grand. And that's like kitchen, bathroom, everything like that. And the idea of that is just like, obviously it's still a ton of money, and obviously I don't have 60 grand in my bank, But it's a case of us just going to the bank and saying, please can we have some money, and hopefully we can use the land as collateral and all of that jazz. I don't really know much about it, I'm a bit thick, I just like know what the rooms I want them to look like, and I just like to make Pinterest boards. But yeah, all we need is a deposit, which I think Ollie and I can scrape together, and then we're going to try and just get building pretty much. So obviously I know it's not going to be that simple, I like to think it's that simple, but we are hopefully going to be moving in if all things work out. We haven't even signed the right forms yet, but hopefully it'll all work out around about December, I want to say, fingers crossed. So obviously with moving into our own house, there's going to be a lot of moving vlogs, there's going to be some home hauls, there's going to be some DIYs, there's going to be a crap ton of home stuff going on probably near the end of this year. So let me know if you guys do want any kind of like specific videos or things like that. But yeah, I'm so excited. Like, that is literally what I'm looking forward to in life at the moment. I cannot wait to move out of this place and just have my own house, have my own office, have my own filming room as opposed to sitting on my bed and just filming in a load of rubbish, and I can just work in peace without crazy neighbours. It's gonna be great. But yeah, that's been it for the past few months. Like I said, there's been ups and downs, but I finally think I'm back at a place where I can do a lot of filming. And obviously in a few months' time I'm going to be graduating from uni as well, so there's going to be a whole lot more filming and blogging from around May or June onwards. Like I said, I've also bought a ton of new filming stuff, and I am really hoping to revamp my channel. I really want to put a lot more effort into my YouTube channel because I do really like filming videos. I'm just not overly happy with my style of videos at the moment, so I'm going to be getting Ollie to make like a little intro and stuff like that because he's really good at that sort of thing, and I'm going to be doing a lot more makeup tutorials. I'm going to be doing a lot more chatty videos and outfit videos and things like that. So my camera just cut out and I don't really know if I'm properly in focus anymore, but I think that's safe to say that I've been talking for way too long, so I'm just going to cut it here. Basically, in a nutshell, life's been crazy over the past few months, but I am back and hopefully I'm here to stay. Do let me know if you have any video requests or things like that. I am open to pretty much anything. I'm going to be doing a lot more fashion videos and makeup tutorials and all of that jazz, so let me know if you do have any requests for that. Give this video a thumbs up if you are happy that I am back, and if you're not happy that I'm back, then I don't know why you're still watching the video, but subscribe if you do want to see more of me. I don't know what all these hand movements are doing. I'm just going to cut it here. Like I said, way too tired, gone a bit delirious, probably need to wash my hair. But anyway, enough from me, which I'm sure you're very happy to hear. I hope you guys have all been doing really well, and hopefully, if I haven't bored you too much, I will see you in the next video. Bye!